Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I'm in Marina del Rey, California, and I'm covering the Korea conference. I've been on here now 3 or 4 years. I do not miss this conference. Jenny and Jim and their whole board, they put on an amazing show. I just got done watching a bunch of pitch competitions, and let me tell you, lots of things happening in Korea and with Korean companies. And my next guest is Tae. Tae, welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so what brings you out? I know we talked a little bit in before the show. This is your first year out to the conference. What brings you out here today?
So I knew a guy that knew a guy that also knew a guy.
Uh-oh, where's this going? No, I'm in.
He's always talked about the importance of being connected to the right folks.
Mm,
He's talked to me about this conference for years now. I
yeah,
believe this is what, the third or fourth.
yeah.
So I've been planning to attend this about same time last year. So it's a
Mm.
must-go event for me for the year. And thankfully, my schedules were allowing me to come over here
Yeah.
and looking forward to meeting some more folks today.
So we just got done watching some pitch competitions. You don't have to get any specific company, but just in general, any themes or anything that you noticed throughout the different pitches and like what was interesting to you?
Well, a lot of people would talk about the AI, the advent of the new technology and innovation, but
Mm,
what I looked at was the importance of people that's doing it, the creativity, the thoughts and ideas that they have,
yeah.
and they're looking for connection with other people. Regardless of what kind of technologies you have,
Mm-hmm.
you need to have the right folks helping you out, sort of an infrastructure perspective. So I thought that was a theme is making sure that they're on the right folks, getting the right investment, help, and whatever assistance that they might need to succeed.
Mm. One thing that I'll say I noticed when I was listening to it is some of the transparency. I just noticed it like a couple of very obviously intelligent, amazing people just to get on the stage at the
Right.
Korea conference and the hardworking, all of that. But a couple of them made jokes like, as long as we're still in business, and it was a lot of I gotta ask you, like that transparency, like culturally or otherwise, like it was refreshing to me. Like I've been to a lot of conferences, and normally I'm not hearing like that much like gusto to me.
That's a funny thing. It's a cultural thing. So Koreans, we value confidence,
Mm.
but we do not appreciate cockiness.
Yeah.
So there's a level of appreciation for vulnerability.
Mhm.
So when you come out and say, "Look, I need your help.
Yeah.
Without you, I'm nothing.
Yeah.
And if you can support us this time, we'll go a long way."
Mm.
That'll be a much better way than go out pompously say, "This is our innovation. I want your help.
Yeah.
I'm helping you as well." So that's
Mm.
the Korean people see it a little different. So they're more open to emotions. And if
Mm.
we connect emotionally and they get that compassion, a
Yeah.
lot of times business and investment just follows.
Man, it was refreshing to me. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a lot of different ones, and I heard it more than once. At first, I was like, "Huh." It kind of piqued my ears a little bit. And I'm like, "Huh." And then I heard another person, and I was like, "Wow, it's refreshing," because I felt honesty in it, like genuine
Sure.
honesty and genuine connection. But in the same sense, I'm looking at the numbers that were on there, and I'm like, "Wait a minute. I've seen a lot more confident people that don't have numbers like that. These guys are rock stars."
That's the thing. I don't know if you went to junior high and school with
Mm,
Korean kids in there.
mm,
A lot of them are brilliant,
yeah.
but not a lot of people speak up. Not a lot of people are showing off their accomplishments.
Mm, mm,
And that's a cultural thing. And just to give you a side story, so when I go out and pitch or
yeah.
talk to potential clients, what I say is, "Hey, look, I'm the only Korean lawyer at the law firm of 600 attorneys."
Yeah.
And that's not even true. We got we
Yeah.
got some Korean representation, but I just say that and I say, if you can help me succeed here,
Mm,
I'll be able to bring a lot for the Korean attorneys who move
mm,
it forward. Help me grow, and
mm.
I'll come back to you. And
Ah.
that a lot of times paid some dividends, and I
Mm.
think I'm gonna continue to do that.
Dang, Tay, I think you just taught me how I enter the Korean market. You just taught me the secret. I haven't hit it yet. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go to the companies and I'm gonna say, look, if you help me grow in it, but it is the truth though. It is the
It's
truth. I
true.
think it's a really
You're a
interesting
little
market.
too handsome and well spoken to be going that route. But
I'm going for it though. I'll learn, Tay.
because we'll identify fake right off the
Yeah.
bat. So you
Yeah.
can't be fake. You want to be genuine, but there's some level of compassion that's needed
Mm.
here.
Speaking of your work and what you're doing, tell us a little bit more about what you're doing as an attorney and any specialties in your practice or otherwise.
So I am an attorney. I am a corporate attorney.
Mhm.
So I specialize in M&A, which is mergers and acquisitions, just buying and selling companies. And we also help in fund formation. So anything that we call mutual funds or funding or creating a fund, we can be a part of. But I'm entering my 10th year as an
Wow.
attorney. And at this point, it's more you help whichever need that the client might have. So I
Yeah.
go out there, I pitch to the clients, bring in clients, and they have different needs. A
Mm.
lot of times for me, it's Korean companies bringing their businesses over to the
Mm.
US. And they're not only looking to buy or sell,
Yeah.
they're sometimes needing immigration work, IP work, gets into construction, or they need to negotiate with the state government for
Mm.
economic development, site selection. Again, I think I mentioned
Yeah.
immigration,
Yeah.
but different parts of law that they might need. So my role has evolved more into an integrator,
Mm-hmm.
a connector. So I'll know people within the firm. Like I said, our firm is of 600 attorneys,
Mm-hmm.
30 offices nationwide. So regardless of jurisdiction, geography, there will be someone that can help.
Yeah.
So my job is to know what capabilities we have
Mm.
and just connect them to the right folks and
Mhm.
just resolve the issue.
Any trends you're following right now, and specifically in maybe doing business between Korea and the U.S. or otherwise? Just like what are you following? Like what's on your docket?
So, as attorneys, you might think that we're more of a conservative folks, but
Mm.
that's not true. For us to stay on top of our games,
Yeah.
we always have to be ahead of the trend. So, for example, with the advent of AI and the new technologies, what we're going for is understanding how the landscapes of legal services could change.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think in 5 or 10 years, the need for a production side of legal work, for example, if there's a M&A transactions,
Mm-hmm.
our job used to be to produce documents, make sure that the transactions go smoothly.
Yeah.
But my expectation is that within 5, 6, 7 years, a lot could be replaced by AI in
For
a
sure.
much more
Mm-hmm.
cost efficient way. So you got to think, how can we help the clients
Mm.
without being interrupted by that innovation? I think people to people deals going to remain important.
Yeah.
For example,
Mm-hmm.
we have a tremendous government affairs practice,
Mm.
and some of my most important clients are looking for someone on foot nearby the government,
Mm.
let's say DC.
You're in
Just
DC too, but am I correct?
right,
Yeah,
I'm
you're in
I'm
DC. Go
I'm
ahead.
recently relocated to the DC
Mm.
office, and the reason being is they want someone on foot to
Yeah.
be able to let them know what's going on, talk to them about restrictions, export controls,
Mm.
whichever way that the government is going, and for us to understand what they need and be able to deploy our resources, including the lobbyists, government
Mm-hmm.
affairs folks,
Yeah.
government solutions team. So, just understanding what capabilities we have, just knowing your firm well enough to connect the right folks,
Mm.
that's being ahead of the trend. Another thing is with the whole Korea tariff talks with the US
Yeah.
government,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of potential investments. However, there are a lot of roadblocks
Mm-hmm.
ahead. And for us to be able to navigate that, we need someone on foot, on ground, knowing what the US government is thinking,
Mm.
at the same time, knowing what the Korean government and sentiments are.
Yeah.
So having to be able to balance those would come very important.
Amazing. Tay, I know you got to get back to the conference. Appreciate you taking some time for us. Last thing I want you to do, look into the camera. If somebody's watching or listening to this, and if they want to connect, follow you on social, visit the website, anything else, connect on LinkedIn, whatever you like, feel free to let them know how.
Well, I thought Adam and I were gonna have more fun. He's already kicking me out, so I guess I wasn't passing the being funny part of the criteria here. I apologize for that. It's my first time. Next time, if you call me up, I'll be better. And if any of you, especially the Korean companies wanting to bring businesses over to the U.S. or anyone in the U.S. that are needing some legal services, let me give you my elevator
Hmm.
speech. What I try to tell you is we are a law firm of 600 attorneys. We're a big law firm. However, we are based out of Alabama. So our overhead allows for us to be much more economical
Mm.
compared to comparable law firms in New York or Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are scared or fed up or frustrated with the high cost of hiring a law firm, think of us, think of me, and you can email me at tlee@maynardnexsen.com.
Fantastic. And for everybody listening, just so you know, we'll definitely put some information in the show notes so you can connect with Tay. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show, each and every day, bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So, again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Tay, man, appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me, man.